baby! This is Elio Piedra inviting you to start your day with a fun, dynamic, educated, and different way. From Monday to Friday, yes, inspiring, learning, sharing stories, and advertising all businesses around the world. Sit tight, grab your coffee, and relax. We want to welcome you to Morning Coffee, Elio. Get up, baby, this morning. This is Elio Piedra. Another morning, another coffee. Yes, because this is Morning Coffee with Elio. Welcome back to another awesome, extraordinary episode. My guest today, I am super excited to have this guest with me today. Let me tell you something. He is a trainer, he's a coach, he's an inspirational, motivational speaker, but most importantly, he is an expert in marketing and sales field. He's been training hundreds and hundreds of teams of companies, corporations all over the States. And his name is Torrey Carpenter. Let's welcome Torrey to the show.
Thank you, Elio. I appreciate you. I'm really excited to be here. It's an honor to be on the show and be able to share my knowledge with you as well as your family of people out there. And thank you very much for inviting me on your show.
No, I feel very honored for you making the time because I know you are a super busy guy. You are always traveling, going from place to place to train people. And I feel very honored and grateful for having you here because what you guys are about to learn is just amazing. This is a remarkable day, I'm telling you, and you don't want to miss a second of this show. And remember, you can always go back and watch it and keep learning from it. But nothing like being live with you, asking questions. We have the question of the day, so you stick around because we're going to be talking about leadership. Developing your wealth, how building a great plan for your future, and I don't know how many. Just too much epic.
I agree with you. We had a sit down the other day, and literally we could have talked for another 5 or 6 hours together. Am I right about that? Right. And it would have been like we just refreshed and met for the moment we were at. For sure.
Yes. So. We have a wonderful conversation. The other day talking about all of the amazing aspects that you need to follow through so you can succeed. It doesn't matter what is your work, what is your field. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, business owner. If you are taking different decisions in life, it is really important for you to watch this show. So let's go back to the beginning. Who is Torrey?
Well, I've been in this industry of marketing and sales really since birth. And it really stems from having a positive attitude, being outgoing, caring about the people you're in front of. One thing I learned long ago, it's not so much what you have in your cabeza, how smart you are in your head, it's where you come from your heart. Yes. And I've always been able to speak from the heart without actually having to remember this, remember that, because naturally, if you speak from the heart, there's memory just as natural. And that is based on your attitude. And we talked about that. How smart you are is a gift of knowledge, yet your attitude is 90% of who you are and who you become in life. And when you do that, you focus on the most important things. How do I develop my church? How do I develop my home? How do I develop my family? How do I develop my business? How do I develop my friendships? Because when you do that and you have that conscientiousness from the very start of the morning and you carry it through the end of the day, you have no regrets. The one thing you don't want to do is at the end of the day, go, man, I sure wished I would have done that. This would have been better had I. We don't want to look at the past. We don't want to think about how these things have made us not who we are. We want to look at, if I've fallen, let me get up and let me try again, because it's your effort that matters the most. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Actually, we were talking about how when you wake up, the first things, your habits, how little habits can make a huge impact in your day, in your week, in your year, in your business. And you were talking that when you wake up, instead of just going to watch any news or scrolling to Facebook to see what is going on. So what you do basically is you write your goals down. Goal setting.
I'm glad you said that. First thing I do in the morning, there's a thing by Charles Swindoll that I read. It's attitude.
Awesome.
And I read that. I have my staff read that. I have anybody that I meet read that. I actually empower my employees to go and take it home with them and share it with their spouse, with their children. Because the first thing when they wake up in the morning, the first thing they should do is reflect on their attitude, how they can make a difference that day. Not, hey, you didn't pick up your room last night, not something that's going to be a negative, but a positive. And that way, when you leave and you go to work, if something happened, you have no regrets because you know you told your wife you loved her in the morning. You didn't have a confrontation or an argument based on the laundry not being put up in the hamper, the toilet seat not being put down. Simple things like that. It's let bygones be bygones. Once you do that, then you set your goals. We're in a digital world, and I believe that setting your goals and putting your goals in your pocket is an important thing in life. So after you do your attitude, then I recommend you watch a motivation or inspirational video because that'll really set that next tone and get the kids involved. There's so many great motivational, inspirational videos for children out there. That way they go to school, and if they're being bullied, if there's something that's said or something that they feel like they don't know in school, they're gonna know, you know what, I can persevere. And then they go back and they keep striving, and then at the end of the day, they've done the same thing you've done, but they've started at an early age like I did. Awesome. Then when you set your goals in the pocket, you write down every single day I do this, write the date, what your goal is, and make your goal realistic, because you can't make a goal and have it the moon. Make it to where it's attainable. But then once you set that goal, how are you going to make your goal reality? That's what you want to do. You want to write on that piece of paper, what's this going to make it happen? How's it going to happen? And then once you do that, fold up a piece of paper, put it in your pocket, and carry it around with you all day. I'm a little bit more in the digital world. Yes. My goals in my pocket are on my cell phone.
Yes.
Because what do I look at every single day? That cell phone. And when I open up, I'm like, oh, that's right. This is my goal today. This is how I'm going to make it reality. It gets you redialed in, refocused, because there's nothing more important than setting goals. And if you don't write them down, this is fact, you change them. Hopefully you change them like you change your underwear, as you know, Elio, right?
I love it. And you know, that's so amazing, by the way. That's amazing that you said. And it's funny that you mentioned that when you wake up. That's so important, guys. I am always talking about the first 30 minutes of your day. They are going to dictate the spirit of your whole day, the first 30 minutes. But that's so special. It's so huge what you just said, that having your goals, instead of opening your phone and watching news or checking emails, that they are going to change the spirit of your day. Read your goals and remember yourself that you can make it happen regardless, and that you got what it takes. So people may be wondering, well, how are we going to lead this conversation into the business world? Well, let me tell you, because we're talking about here about the principle, the values that we need to succeed in any field in life, anything that you want to do with your life. I mean, we don't need to tell you already that you got what it takes, but make sure you are following the values, the high standards that you need to succeed with that. So now let's go to how Torrey is traveling the entire States, this amazing country, training teams, marketing team and sales teams to succeed in the sales field, basically.
Well, and I'll tell you this, there's so many fields of entrepreneurship and sales, but they're all intertwined. They're all about connectivity, about follow-up, about making sure that you have your mission statement there, which is a positive attitude mission statement. But then also, how does the real estate industry relate to the restaurant industry, that relates to the boutique down the road, that relates to the auto dealership? How does this all intertwine with one another? Well, it's making sure that we do the best for each other. So one of the funniest things I find all over the world is people will hand you a business card and be like, okay, call me. So let's say I'm a tow truck driver and I get a tow, and 2 years later, I need that tow truck. Well, I'm not gonna carry on a bag of 150 business cards and then be sifting through this. And where am I gonna put that bag of 1,000 business cards? Am I gonna stuff it in my top pocket? Well, I created the digital contact card, where now we store it in our cell phone, to where now I share your digital business card, and 9 out of 10 business cards are thrown away within the first week. Well, my digital contact card is saved on your phone forever. So if I need that tow truck, if I need that automobile at Venny Auto, if I need anything in this world, I've got it. One of the neat things is, after our last engagement, the one thing I did right there on the spot is I made you your digital contact card.
Yes, and that was amazing.
And I get goosebumps thinking about that, because it's connectivity. It makes My life has always been predicated on if I help enough other people reach their goals, I'll reach my goals. And I'm going to say that's about as powerful a statement as you can ever say in this world.
Yes.
Because it's helping the other people. It's helping people that don't know. When you look at a business chart, a triangle, I go around the room and I'll have 30, 50 people in the room and I'll be like, let's go through your company and find out who's the most important, who's the most inspirational person in this business. And we have that triangle. And they're always like, the owner. And then who's next? The next highest manager. And then finally we get to the weakest link, whoever is the person that they figure has the least influence to that company. And what I do is I turn that triangle upside down and I go, your most important person is this person right here. It's the guy that picks up the trash. It's the guy that goes and cleans the office. It's the guy that does this. If we rally around him and help him get direction to become the owner, that's a testament to life.
Wow.
My first job was cleaning cars. And then I became owner of a dealership at a point in time in a finance company. Well, I started at the very bottom, but I worked my way through all the positions and I got a wealth of knowledge to where I was able to share the facts and what made me who I am. I spoke from experience and knowledge, not just because my father owned this company, so I got put in that position. If my father owned a specific company, I'd want to have the least important job and I'd work my way up to the very most important job. But you know what? My most important job was that first job I had.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's such a wonderful testimony for you that if you are watching this show and if you know anybody that want to pursue their dreams and anything that you want to do in life, it's possible, man. I am telling you, it's possible and it's necessary. Do you know that? Les Brown has a statement said, your dream is possible. It's necessary because you can have a difference, you can make a difference, you can have an impact in your community, in a lot of people's life, a lot of families. Like you, for example, you're having an impact here in Gator Nation. Yes, we are here in Gator Nation, go Gators. But we have Benny out of here, who is the top dealer of the top used car dealer of North Central Florida. Is that right?
So it's actually, it's quite an honor to work for Luis Geraldo and Veniato. And I love to work with selfless people. There's many selfish people in this world, but those people do not make an impact in this world. A person like Luis Geraldo and Veniato, he makes an impact in this world. He came here 11 years ago with minimal investment. He started a company and he's built a portfolio of over 1,000 customers that can count on him. And what I mean by this is he took so much effort and care of hiring the right people, right positions. And I've been consulting with him for about 2 years now. And he became the top quality dealership for 2019 in the entire state of Florida.
Wow.
He goes the extra mile. Where the average labor rate in America is $108 an hour, in Florida it just tops over $110 an hour to service your car. Veniato, $30 an hour labor rate. Not only that, if you don't have all the money for your bill, and it may be Christmas time, you may be a single mother and all your money's stretched because you're trying to get that child that gift he wants, and you know how life is. Life is not always easy.
Yes.
But having a positive attitude when it's not easy really shines through. Well, Luis goes so much, well, he'll pay your service ticket and you can pay him back a few dollars a month at no interest. If you went to any retail service outlet here in Gainesville or anywhere in North Central Florida or South Florida, and you didn't have the money for your repair, they're going to tell you to come tow your car out, charge you a checkout fee, and then you're stranded. Now, how do you get your son or daughter to and from daycare? How do you get to work? How do you survive?
Yes.
Well, he realized he can make a difference by giving to the community. He puts his money back in his business and he puts it back into the community. Henceforth, that's why he won the top quality dealership for 2019 in the entire state of Florida. That's an honor, but that's why you and him have become partners and very close.
Exactly.
Because it's a marriage of quality people doing
Yes.
quality things for the most important people, and that's every person that cares in life.
Yeah, I actually wanted to touch base about that. I wanted to mention, but I'm glad that you mentioned it already, that Ben Out is one of our platinum sponsors. Yes, just right there in Tower Road. And it's just Tower Road. It was Tower and something. No, Tower Road, you can't miss that. If you are going, let's say, to San Agustin, it's going to be to your left. If you are coming back from San Agustin and Jackson, it's going to be to your right. So yeah, Ben Hour is right there. The awesome vehicles. They even have trucks. I didn't know that. The other day we had a client I had a friend of mine that actually they called to the show and they were interested in a truck. And then I say, hey, call them because I'm not sure, but I think they are probably capable to make it happen for you. And you guys did.
Well, cars, trucks, SUVs, any type of vehicle needs you want, he's there for you. He custom finds vehicles for people, but he also does in-house financing. So if somebody doesn't have the best credit, looking to reestablish credit, he does report to all 3 credit bureaus, where many dealerships that offer the financing that he does don't report to the credit bureau. Not only that, we have a wealth and empowering program you touched on a little bit earlier,
gosh, yes.
where we actually fix and develop people's credit for free. And I've been doing this for close to 25 years, doing this, helping people build and develop credit. And I think we had this conversation, I probably fix more people's credit in the United States of America for free because I give them the gift of what I've learned.
Yes.
And I make my money somewhere else, but I don't need to make my money on helping somebody better their life. Not only that, we teach them financial literacy. So I go into these communities and we teach financial literacy to the communities, how to budget your money properly. But it's not just for auto dealerships. It's for if you're in real estate and you want to make sure that that customer can develop their credit, or if you're in any kind of business, you want to make sure your customer is a stable consumer that can keep coming back to you.
Yes.
They don't have peaks and valleys.
So what I'm hearing, guys, is this. Okay, what I'm hearing is that Benny Auto is not only capable of giving you your dream car, but also is capable and willing to change your life, teaching you how you can build, all right? Like how you can build your credit, how you can build wealth. So now let's back up really quick because this is really important, really important. And I'm telling you, and Torrey, and he is the best at this. He's a master at this. So I want you to explain our friends and our followers, our viewers here. And by the way, if you have any question, I'm telling you, Donovan, the man in the chair, he's gonna take care of you. We're gonna see on the screen. So make sure that you follow up with this amazing, amazing knowledge. So how can people build a great credit, and how can build wealth and taking and making the right decisions?
Well, the most important thing is expect what you inspect. Many people have heard that saying before, but if you don't ever know what's going on and you're living your life blind to that fact, you really can't address the reality. And so the government has given us programs that they don't publicize, they don't promote, but yet they're the most vital parts of our society. They're what makes us our nuts and bolts. So the most important thing we know that they should teach us in school is credit, because credit gets you a better job, better car, better house,
Better loans.
better everything.
Better everything, yeah.
Yeah, even employers look at your credit nowadays. Well, how do I check my credit without getting taken advantage of in the maze of the credit world? Well, the government has a program called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is a government program that's been around since the 70s that allows us to dispute our credit under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Second of all, how do I get my credit report from an entity, TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian? Well, you can go to annualcreditreport.com. And that way, every 12 calendar months, you're allowed to pull your credit report from the government for free. So now I've got my credit report, all 3 bureaus. I now want to start disputing my bad credit. So I recommend going and finding your least expensive debts, sending your dispute letters, and then within a short period of time, you're able to start negotiating those. But what do we know this? Time flies by. If you tackle 3 things a year, in 3 years, you've got 9 things off your credit report. Now, how do I build and develop credit? Well, that comes to the financialliteracy.org. It's another government program that teaches us about budgeting our money properly, paying ourselves first when we get paid. But then once we do that, how do I set up my world to where I can all of a sudden have my credit being developed? Well, now I need to build it. Well, I recommend joining a credit union and getting what's called a secured credit card. Start out with $500, and then every month, instead of paying cash for your gas, put it on your credit card that's reporting to the credit bureau, letting them know that you know how to maintain and manage money. It's one type of credit. It's called revolving credit. The second credit that's vital is installment credit. What does Benny Auto offer? Retail installment loans on vehicles that starts reporting to the credit bureau that lets them know that I can make a set payment for a history of payments. Well, imagine this, I call it the crystal ball. Imagine seeing this crystal ball and you've developed this credit that was bad, and you've developed it to go away because you've been disputing every year. But on the same token, you've now developed this revolving credit with the credit union for over 2 years with this credit card. And then you've got your car loan at Vene Auto as an example. Now all of a sudden you have 2 years of credit there. Well, so all of a sudden you have your good credit going this way, your bad credit going this way. What has your credit score done? It's gone up. How many people would love to own a home but don't know the direction to get there? And my advice to this is always free. So if you ever need me or want to hear any of the information that I'm giving you, please reach out to Elio. You'll send the note to me. I will follow up ASAP because my focus is helping enough people reach their goals, and then in turn I'll reach my goals. And it's been a testament to my life and helping so many people in this world get better credit, achieving financial goals. I'll tell you a funny story. I was at a grocery store, and I'm walking around with the grocery store, and I've got my woman next to me, right? And we're walking through the store, and this lady comes up to me, and she says, TC, because many people in the business world call me TC. And I'm like, hey, how are you? And I knew who she was, and she goes, and my partner next to me, she's like, who's this lady? Like, you know, not jealous, but like, where's this coming from? She goes, I just want to thank you. I was able to buy my first home ever because of the advice you gave me. And that's why I do it. I kind of get a little choked up thinking about that because that's why I do it. When I see the smile on somebody's face, but my employees have done this. My family has built their credit up. My friends, people that I don't know, because I want to give it to everybody. And that's why I do what I do, Elio.
And that's why you guys are so successful, and you guys are selling like 14 to 16 cars a day. That's crazy.
I know. We already have over 20 vehicles out so far this month.
Oh my goodness.
And people know about us. So when people come in, you don't see us on TV. You don't see us on the radio. We do word of mouth advertising.
Yes.
Because the best testament is saying, hey, my friend was treated right here. They got the best deal possible. That's why I'm coming to Vene Auto Cars.
And that's why we're so honored to have Vene Auto here as part of our sponsor family, as a platinum sponsor. But watch out, guys. Right now, starting this month, yes, non-TV, but even better than that, you are going to see Vene Autos all over the place, all over our marketing assets, our trucks, our website. Here, we already have the show. Yes, we have Vene Auto's telephone number coming up on our platinum sponsors break when we go to the break. But you know, if you have any question, you have any doubt, you are doubting that you can have what you want, what you deserve, what you can earn for yourself. You know, I remember I have my dear friend here, Waldemar Cabrera, from another platinum sponsor, Team Cabrera Union Home Mortgage, and he was saying, if you've been paying your rent, okay, and you never miss a payment, what make you think that you can miss a payment on your mortgage? It's the same thing. That people sometimes they doubt themselves about, you know, being on time with the payment on the car, being on time with everything that they can have, you know, I mean money wise, financially, to achieve their dreams. But here is when an expert like you, you know, can give the best advices to anyone. Like me, the other day when we had a conversation, I was like blown away all the knowledge that you have and how much you can, you know, talk about different fields in just 30 minutes. I was like, I feel like I can stay here for the whole day.
Well, we talked about what you just said with the mortgage, and I felt the same way, truthfully. I could have been here all day visiting with you because it would have been a phenomenal day. You know, the professor at Santa Fe College, he's a philosopher, and he's a friend of mine. And I can sit with him for hours and have conversations, and I don't know philosophy because I never studied philosophy, but it's my heart that speaks, and that is philosophy.
Yes.
And like I talk with you, anybody that's positive and energetic and outgoing like that, it's phenomenal. and I really appreciate that, whether it's John Castillo, the philosopher at Santa Fe College, or yourself. I love visiting with people and sharing the wealth of knowledge. You talked about the mortgage, and I know him because he's a good friend of mine as well.
Yes.
But there's a thing in America called Lombardi time. And the Green Bay Packers are an NFL team, and their coach was Vince Lombardi. And he always preached, it's all about Lombardi time. Meaning, if you're supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock, that means you're ready to work. That doesn't mean it's time to go get coffee, it's time to get breakfast.
Yes.
You did all that before you got to that point. And now it's time, Lombardi time, you're on time, ready to work.
And wow, and you're saying that, and like, I gotta tell you guys, it's amazing. At 8 o'clock, you were here like 30 minutes. Yes,
I'm punctual like that.
Yeah, we have the show at 8:30 every day. We used to be, I mean, Donovan and myself here like around 7:50, 7:55, way before 8. And then you were already here at 8 o'clock. I was like, wow, that's
Early
awesome.
bird gets the worm, right?
Exactly. I love it. I love it. So right now we're gonna jump into a very fun segment that actually I customized for the amazing Torrey right here. So we're gonna jump really quick into the super question game. Super question of the day. Okay, so Torrey, really quick. This is a super question segment because you need to answer super fast. Are you ready?
Speed answering. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Like genie in a bottle.
Yeah, not too fast because Donovan can give you a speed ticket.
I've gotten a speeding ticket, but never a speaking ticket. I like that.
Okay, so right now we're gonna go. So, what is your favorite word?
It would have to be attitude.
Awesome. What turns you on?
Helping other people.
What sound or noise do you love?
Success, the sound of success.
Love it. What is your favorite curse word?
Damn.
What profession other than yours that you own would you like to attend? What profession?
Something that has to do with helping people. So maybe being a pastor. I've always loved to speak to people about religion, about making sure that they're doing the right for their mind, body, and soul. Whether it be a Buddhist to a Christian, they're all the same.
That's fantastic. Love it. So if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive to the gates?
Thank you for helping all those people reach their goals and make sure they have the right attitude.
Awesome, man. That is awesome. That's what are you not very good at?
Pretty much most things in life other than having a good attitude. Epic fails everywhere for all of us, right?
That's awesome. Okay, tell me something that is true that almost nobody agrees with you on.
It would have to be positive mental attitude. Many people are very cynical in our society. So when I go to certain places of business, there's always the people that doubt, and then they go talk to other people and they spread that. It's called a doubt cancer. And so all of a sudden people start joining the bandwagon of doubt because they really haven't seen the rainbow and they haven't seen the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Yet after time and time of meeting with them, and this happens all over the world, they start buying in. And it's all about the buy-in in this world. If you buy into the positivity of things, you will succeed.
Love it. That's amazing. So last question, room, desk, and car. Which one do you clean first?
Room, because I can always put a desk in there and I can put my car outside the room.
You are so good at this. You are so good at this. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Right now we're going to jump into our next segment, which is the quote of the day. And let's see what we got, Donovan. The quote of the day, it said, the greatest mistake we make is living in constant fear that we will make one. John Maxwell. Yes.
John Maxwell is a fantastic gentleman.
It's amazing.
What I learned about success in the world is they did a poll of the top 60 CEOs in America. And the one thing they all had in common is each one of them said they read a positive or motivational or inspirational book every single month. And John Maxwell has a great one. I think there's Think and Grow Rich. It was Napoleon Hill. It's one that I recommend. The Secret. I don't know if you've heard of The Secret before. They have it in English and in Latin. And The Secret is the law of attraction. And what the mind can perceive, the mind can achieve. And so I literally use the law of attraction in a lot of things in my life. I believe that when I go to the grocery store that a lady or a gentleman or a couple is going to be pulling out and they're going to be leaving the front of the grocery store. Because why? Because they're going home, they bought their groceries. So when I pull up, law of attraction, what the mind can perceive, the mind can achieve. And literally, I got a front row parking spot. I'm never frustrated about that. Or when I'm sitting in traffic, I'm perceiving that the people in front of me, their wheels are going forward.
Yes.
Just like in business, I believe, law of attraction, that I'm going to have a successful day today. And I'm going to make success reality. And that's where you mind, body, and soul. You control your destiny with those things.
That's huge. I love it. Another great books are also the Road to Your Best Stuff by Mike Williams, which Mike Williams, by the way, it is Les Brown's mentor. The reason Les Brown is because of Mike Williams, and I feel fired up every day by these guys. So another one, it is actually The Millionaire Next Door. Millionaire Next Door is an amazing book that's going to change your perception, how you perceive your money, how your money not only comes in, but how it goes out. And also, it's going to change your mind about the reality of who is the one who really has the money and what they do with it, how they contribute to life. It's just a beautiful book. Another one as well is called All You Can Do is All You Can Do. And all you can do is enough. That book is also another great book. And there is many books. Another one is the Power of Positive Thinking by Erin Nightingale. It's just so many great books that...
To that point, let's challenge the audience.
Yes.
Let's challenge them to watch a book of the month. Every month from here on out, find a book, pick it up. When you're going to bed, open it up, start reading it, fall asleep to it. When you wake up in the morning, you got a few minutes, read the book. But continue the success. So I challenge you to have the book of the month read, and challenge your coworkers, challenge your employees, challenge your staff, challenge yourself to do this and see what happens. Try it for 12 months.
Yes.
Let's do that challenge.
Yes, and also I wanted to talk about the quote. Going back to the quote of the day, everything is related to the quote of the day, but touching base about that. You know, most of the time, we don't understand that the most beautiful thing, not only about success but about life, is in the other side of fear. There is a beautiful video by Will Smith when he's actually explaining that he's in the front of the audience at a college. I don't remember what university it was, but it was a college, and then he was explaining, guys, I was about to jump next day. I was doing skydiving, and I was like, it's so scary. Oh my gosh, I was like dying the day before, and I couldn't sleep. I slept like 2 hours, only 2 hours. And how I was feeling so overwhelmed by the emotions, my emotions, because emotions, sometimes they control your life, and most importantly, your decision. So he was like, oh my goodness, this is so much, I can't deal with it. Man, it was so intense. He was dealing with all this pain, and then, you know, he got at the point that he couldn't actually get breakfast, just some coffee, I guess. Well, he got there. Short story. He got there, and then he's telling that when you're about to jump, they start counting, and they say 1, 2, and on 2 they actually put you, because most people they hang
lock
themselves,
their hands at 3.
On 3 because they are panicking, they're freaking out. Well, let me tell you, that's what they did. 1, 2, and then they push Will outside of the airplane. And you know, it's so wonderful what he explains, that the most extraordinary experience in my life, I mean ever, was when I was free, enjoying that free moment. Like it was like a free.
Well, you're free falling. It's just the
oh
wind in your hair.
Goodness. It was like, yeah.
The trans.
It was huge.
You know, it's like a transcendental type of meditation.
Yeah. And then he was actually describing the moment. He was like, guys, the most amazing, remarkable, I mean, like moments in your life and decisions, everything like that is good, that is greatness, is in the other side of fear.
And
So,
it's true. And, you know, we had the saying the other day that I was talking about, most people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Well, the people planned at 2 to push them out. Exactly. They would have failed had they not.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness, yes. You know, right now, I'm having a lot of fun. Are you having a good time?
I always have a wonderful time with you. Of course, this is a marvelous time.
Yeah, so right now, we're going to jump really quick into our next segment, which is the game of the day. Here we go. So in the game of the day, what we do is that we select what would you change in the world. In the world, not only for your life or for our state or our country, but in the world. If you could change, what would you change? Economic situation, emotional situation, political situation, or mindset?
This is a very easy one to answer. And what I would change is mindset. Because if you change the mindset, Elio, you change the economic situation, you change your emotional situation, and you change your political situation. Because with the right mind, the right conscious state, you can achieve anything you want to achieve in this world. And you touch on that all the time. Every time I talk to you, the positivity that comes out of that, the enthusiasm, the motivation is driven by your internal mindset. My internal mindset's the same way. There was a survey done over a period of about 80 years done by MetLife. We all know MetLife. The survey was backed by Harvard, and it said at the age of 65 years old, where will we be in the United States of America as a person? Well, not everybody lives to the ripe old age of 65. Of course, they all aren't on a bus together and they don't go off a cliff at the same time. What's the leading cause of death in this world or in America? People tell me all the time, smoking, this, heart disease. Well, really, it's stress.
Yes.
People live with so much stress, they can't release their mind. So they have to have the mindset and find the positivity, go outside of the box. So 5% of the people don't make it to the ripe age of 65 due to stress, okay? Now you have rich. Rich to me is defined being able to buy what you want, when you want, regardless of the cost. Well, less than 1% of Americans become rich at the age of 65. The next set of people are successful people. That's somebody that maybe as a family has $1 million in the bank, has a second home, both their homes are paid off, they got their pension coming in. Well, less than 5% are successful. Now you get to the tough demographic. And remember, we have a choice and it's our mindset. So if I could change one thing, it would be mindset. Well, at that age, some people still have to work. But at 65 years old, you're not that young, vibrant person in the marketplace anymore. So what kind of jobs are you competing for? Walmart greeter, picking up the trays at McDonald's? Well, 45% plus of the people are still working at the ripe age of 65. The second one, the last one that's of the two that are very detrimental is if you cashed out everything the rest of this segment has, they'd have less than $500 to their name, and that's flat broke. Well, over 50% of Americans are flat broke at the age of 65. So if I could change one thing, it's that mindset, because every one of them wouldn't have to be there had they chosen the right path.
Wow. Wow. That's so huge, guys. I don't need to tell you that mine is mindset. Yes, it is mindset. And so make a comment below. What would you change in the world? What would you change to make it different, to make a major contribution in life? By the way, I just remember two quotes that I love very much. One is like, always try to reach to the top, because it is the bottom that is overcrowded. and you also
That's a testament to what I just said.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you also eat better over there at the top. And the other one is that I was thinking it's a Les Brown one. It is like when you have enough courage, okay, to endure. Whatever is in life, whatever you are having, whatever challenge and whatever obstacles you have in life, I mean, you are gonna see a new you, like a new human being that sometimes you gotta kill who you are. I mean, within you, to be able to give birth to.
You got to get rid of the stinking thinking is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. In short, short story. So I love it. This is so powerful. This is awesome. And I am having a blast.
Yeah, for sure.
I am having a blast with you guys. So question of the day. It is our next segment, ladies and gentlemen, with the amazing Torrey. But I want you guys to ask, I want you guys that are watching, I want you guys to think about a question of the day. What would you ask Torrey right now? Think about it. We're going to a quick break, but I want you to stick around and be ready because when we come back, I want you to have your question ready. Make a comment below, ask about it, or you can go back always and ask your question. But this is the question of the day for you guys. And also, I have a question of the day for you. I want you to think about two things: why gains you, and why bene autos. All right, why bene autos? Yes. So when we come back with the break, okay. So Torrey is going to explain why.
Stick around.
Yes, why Gainesville, Gator Nation, and why bene autos. So we're gonna take a quick break to know and to shout out to our platinum sponsors. Here we go. And just like that, we are about welcome back to Morning Coffee with Elio. This is a show where we love sharing stories, motivating yourself, inspiring yourself to pursue your dreams and to accomplish whatever you want in life. And right now, we're coming back with the great Torrey Carpenter, as we call him. So, Torrey, talk to me. Why Gainesville and why Bene Outdoors?
You know, I've lived all over America. I was born in Laguna Beach, California. I grew up in Kauai, Hawaii.
Beautiful area.
My parents then moved to South and Central America, so I lived in Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala. Then we came back to America, and I lived in Colorado and lived in Texas, in Boston. I moved from Boston to Austin. But two of the most impactful places I ever lived was Boulder, Colorado, because I could go out in my suit and tie, or I could go out in t-shirt and jeans, and nobody ever judged me. Well, the other place was Austin, Texas. Same thing. Then I stumbled onto Gainesville. But before I stumbled onto Gainesville, I stumbled onto Luis Geraldo in Venado. And he's become a brother, a family member to me, but his entire team has. They're all selfless people. They care about and put the community first and family first and the Lord first. And that's a testament to true people and true family. And I come here because I love to come here. I love being in your community, and the people I meet in the community are Lewis, are his whole family. It's a representation of Gainesville, Florida, and I couldn't be more honored to be here and more honored to be in your presence, because once again, it's a testament to where I'm at and who I'm with. And I would come here and every single day if I could, if I didn't have to travel around the country and do what I do. But I love coming here. It's more like a vacation when I come here than it is work. Yet it is work because I'm able to spread my word.
Wow, that is awesome. And yes, I got to tell you that, the quality of the people that you surround yourself every single day in your life will make a difference, not only in your life, but in the life of other people that you can have an impact. For example, let me explain it. I always mention about OQP. OQP means only Q, quality, P, people. Only quality people. Why is that? Because there is only two types of people in life. Toxic people and quality people. Toxic people always say, keep those toxic people away. Toxic people, they are draining energy people. People that they don't believe in you, they don't believe in your dreams. They think that, no, you don't got what it takes. Keep those people away. And sometimes and it's funny, sometimes you have that voice within you and you gotta say, shut up to yourself.
You do, because it's stinking thinking. It can be infected because the people around you can do that. There's a thing that my aunt taught me many, many years ago, and she's kind of one of my mentors, and she taught me that, you live each day as if it were your last, because you can never relive that day and you don't know if it is your last. So don't have any regrets at the end of the day. So every day I wake up, I read my attitude, set my goals, watch that video. But I like to share my motivational, inspirational videos with folks that I meet and know, because everybody has a tough day. And if you watch something that's inspirational, motivational, it helps you get back up. But then if I help enough other people reach their goals by sharing these videos, I'll reach my goals, because that tough day that we're having is turned around now. Now they're going to have a dynamic day.
I love it. I promise you that we will have a commercial just for you. Okay, this is the commercial. This is the official commercial of the day. Okay, we have a good comment. So let's see what we got, Donovan. Let's see the comment on the screen really quick. So, what? Okay. So Anthony. So is this your friend?
That's my brother.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Anthony, thank you for watching your show. Your brother here is just unbelievable. He's remarkable. He's amazing. So what inspires Torrey every day? You need to answer that.
Well, first of all, the Lord, then myself, and then my family, and then I want to make sure that I give back community engagement. So it's an interpersonal thing that inspires me, because every day you have to wake up and you have to take care and inspire yourself before you can inspire others. And my brother's that way, my mother's that way, my whole family's that way. We're all positive people. And that's a testament to making sure that the people you love most around you are where they need to be, because I seek inspiration from my family.
Wow, man, that's so beautiful. By the way, that your number one is beautiful that your brother is watching the show. Thank you, Anthony, for doing that, for supporting the show, for supporting your brother, all the awesomeness that you do with you and the people around you. But also, it is so beautiful that what you're mentioning, what you are just mentioning, what your brother is asking is, are your reasons. What are your reasons and your whys? The why, when the alarm goes off, we're excited about another day. We're fired up about waking up and pursuing our dreams, our goals, and fighting and making it happen. And you know what? If you fell like 7 times, okay, just wake up 8, because at the end of the day, you are not failing because you're not quitting. You don't fail until you quit. All right? I heard that by Denzel Washington, and I loved when I watched that video, like, you don't fail. It's not, if you have a setback, an obstacle, and you have a bad day, hey, that's not you. That doesn't mean that your business is that. It's just what it is right now, but you are greater than that. And so that is another beautiful thing. But you know, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what a long name. So he said that do not allow the negative thoughts to hold you back, because you are greater than your circumstances. And sometimes these toxic people, they are just looking out for these moments when you have a small obstacle, something to tell you, hey, I told you, Torrey, I told you you couldn't do this. What are you going to gain, you, man? What are you wasting your time? What are you doing?
Well, remember, 90% of it is your attitude, and that means 90% of people fail to have that attitude because there's only 10% that are actually leaders in this world. So the leaders need to come out of their shell, out of their box, and do more for the communities, do more community engagements.
Yes.
I don't get paid anything for helping people set their goals and helping them build and develop their credit. I don't do that. I do that because it makes me wealth by them working harder for me and smarter for me. So every day they come in with a plan. It's all about, and this is a great example, I go to all kinds of businesses, and one thing that they epically fail out every single time I see a business is a job description. If I go into any business and I go, let me talk to one of your employees, and I go on Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if you're not in front of a customer, what would you be doing on that day? And the first thing they do is they go to the owner. They're like, what do I do, boss? Because they don't have a job description. So I create digital job descriptions, whether you're in the real estate industry, whether you're in the car industry, whether you're in, it doesn't matter what industry you do. But next thing you know, I've got a job description. So every single day, they know all the things that are going to make them the most successful in that day to help them grow their career. I have the least amount of turnover in my industry, head and shoulders above anybody, because I teach a salesperson how to become an owner, and they have a path to ownership where they know every day what they're supposed to do, and they can develop it. They work on their short-term and long-term goals. They do the goals in the pocket. They're completely engaged. And then I train the owner, and this is a true statement. Whether you're the owner or the manager at the store, you need to go talk to every one of your employees for 5-10 minutes a day. Find out about their family, what makes them tick, how can they become better people, how can you support them more. If you commit to do that, and you have a testament to have a job description for them that they know every single day, unless they're in front of a customer, what do? Your employee wants to stay with you, not only for the week, for the month, for their career. And then in turn now, they not only stay with you, but they have optimum success in their career. Meaning they don't come, and they're not what I call Joe Bag of Donuts. It's the employee that comes to work at 9 o'clock. First thing they do, we used to read the paper. Nowadays with digital, everybody goes on their cell phone to Yahoo or their computer to Yahoo. But I used to sit there and laugh because I'd go to a dealership and they'd be reading the paper right at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, what's he doing? Like, isn't he supposed to be on the phone calling customers? Well, Joe Bag of Donuts doesn't do that, because after he's done reading the paper, then he's thinking, boy, it's 9:30 now, I'm kind of getting hungry. Let me go get some breakfast. So he leaves the dealership or whatever business, he goes and gets breakfast, comes back, eats his breakfast. So at 11 o'clock, he still hasn't done anything yet. Where my employee came, they ate their breakfast before they got to work, they showed up and did Lombardi time. At 9 o'clock, they're on the phones working, they're doing their marketing, they're doing their posts, they're doing everything that's gonna make them successful in that day, optimally.
You know, that's so awesome what you are saying, and I wanted to recap really quick. I keep actually mentioning this, because for me it's huge. It is epic. What my friend Joe Callahan, he was like a command sergeant major, retired at the Green Beret Special Forces, and when I was asking him, like, how do you feel? What are the emotions, going through your mind and through your heart when you are just in the battle, on the field, heavy fire, heavy duty fire, and you think about your loved one or something. What is in your mind? You know what he said? He said, like, it is about not failing, and not failing to the one to your right and to your left. And what you just said, the reason, it's just like what Joe said is so huge that I see if you are supposed to be working hard, making it happen, following up with 3, 4 clients to close that deal. If you are going to get breakfast, you are failing to the one to your right and the one to your left are the people that are working in your team. Your team are your dealer, your team at your bank, your team at home, because everything is teamwork. Everything in life is teamwork, So not failing to the one to your right, to your left, that's huge.
It's what I live as a testament. I've had many employees over my career. One in particular, Alfonso Soto, he made $400 a month in Mexico. He came to America. Last year, he made over $80,000.
Wow.
Yet Soto is dedicated, hardworking, does everything I say and everything that I follow. But I know this, if I'm in a bunker, and to kind of resonate with what you said, if I'm in a bunker and we're at war and we know we won't win because there's 5,000 of them and there's only 2 of us, he's not going to run out of the bunker. He's going to stay with me till the bitter end. But odds are we're going to win because our mindset is powerful, and our camaraderie, we're a family. We are one. We're not 2, we are one.
Yes.
And when you are one, when you are a team as one, your opportunities are endless. But when you're many people as individuals, it's less opportunities. Buddha says mindfulness. What the mind can perceive, the mind will achieve. Well, mind, body, and soul is that whole entity.
That's huge. Awesome, man. That's remarkable. And actually, it is so extraordinary that I was watching a video just yesterday. We're running out of time. Well, we have a few minutes, but I want to say this. I was watching a video where actually the guy, he's a trainer, an NFL trainer, a coach, he said, when you know that the other team has probably the best quarterback, okay, the best quarterback of the season, but you are losing for 12 points. So what are you thinking? Well, we're probably gonna lose, but you don't say it out loud. You don't manifest it, because and then it becomes reality. That's what you say.
Exactly.
You keep fighting out to the very, very end, because who knows what is there for you, and you can make it happen. So that just, everything it's just in life. When you are constantly working on yourself, it's been said that you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. When you are constantly working on yourself, like you are working not only on you, but on your people, on your team, all the marketing, sales, all the entities that you travel all over the States to actually to build them up and to create like a team, that a solid team, that they can have the results as Bene Autos is doing. And we're very proud to have Bene Autos here and to have you here, and now I know the reason why Bene Autos is so successful, in mindset and following through, and
the team that they are.
Yes, that they are.
The family that they are.
Yes.
It speaks volumes to the community. That's why people go there over and over again and buy multiple vehicles, repeat customers. That's a testament to a good business.
Yes.
It's not putting an ad out there that's felonious, not truthful. It's letting people know what you do for the community, and then proof is in the pudding. Show them the reality. And the reality of Veni Auto is they do right by their folks. 7520 Northeast Waldo Road. Veni Auto's been there for 11 years doing dynamic things for Gainesville.
Making a difference in
Making a
Gator
difference.
Nation.
Gator
I
Nation.
love it. I love it so much. Okay, so right now we're going to what is coming up this Monday. What is coming up? So we have a surprise for the first time ever. On Monday, we're going to have a comedian. I don't even want to say the name. Follow our Facebook page. Like us on Facebook. Check out our YouTube channel. And by the way, this evening you are going to enjoy this show, yes, with the great Torrey Carpenter on iTunes, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts all over the world. Yes. So because this is another morning, it's another coffee. Morning and coffee means energy, means fiesta.
Total
means
fiesta.
Being alive.
We may be dancing after this. We're going to go find somewhere to go and go have some good times.
Oh my God. So I am telling you guys, so stay tuned, stay inspired and live full. And very important, to celebrate small wins. When you celebrate small wins, when you are capable of having what you need to work on every single day. When you, I mean, the reason that you are watching this show, it says a lot about yourself, because you knew that Torrey was coming, to the show, and you knew that there is a lot of stuff to learn, a lot of stuff to improve, and we all need to improve. I mean, every single day I am trying to read something new, watch something new, OQP, okay? Watch, OQP. And because, turn that TV off. You don't need to watch. I'm telling you, the news, oh my goodness. I always said this to my people, to my friends, to my followers, my family. Don't watch the news. Just try to feed yourself with positivity every single day, every single second, and you'll see amazing things.
Well, and I kind of love that, what you just said, is because when I go home, the last thing I want to do is turn on the TV. Yes. I grew up in a generation when we'd go as children play hide and seek. We wouldn't get on smartphones. We'd go and do things out with the community and be with our friends and family. Find hobbies. You have to have a work-home balance. It's very vital. Yes. It's great to work and be successful at work, but it's also great to have a great home life and have a successful home life with the same thing. So make sure that if you have passion, find out your passions. I love to cook, but I don't want to cook for a living. I want to cook for my family because that's my passion at home. Yes. My passion at work is business, entrepreneurship, helping people develop their careers. But I have that work-home balance because it's so important to me. Make sure, if anything, you have a great work-home balance, because we care and we love each of you. Like, this is my family. We're all family. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come here and share my knowledge with you and your family. Yes. That's now my family too.
Yes, I appreciate you. Let me tell you, you are amazing.
Thank you, sir.
I feel inspired, man. I feel like, woo, this is fuel for me, fuel. I love it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following the show, for supporting us. Thank you for supporting Bene Autos here in Gainesville, Florida. Bene Autos, yes, just right there in Tower Road. Follow Bene Autos, like them on Facebook. Go there, call them. What is the inventory that you have? You heard anybody that needs a car, any auto, okay? Anything, any type, SUV, trucks, they have it all. So Bene Autos is the place for you. And I feel very grateful for having you guys in my life, because the reason we are here every day is to share stories that inspire people to pursue their dreams and to follow through with what true happiness is. And true happiness is taking risk in life, because it's been said, when you don't take risk, you can grow. If you can grow, you can become your best. If you can become your best, you can be happy. So what else is there? Guys, stay tuned, stay inspired, and live full. We're going to see you on Monday. Thank you.
Thank you.